What is good? It is your boy PvbloGrey, and we are back with another motherfucking reaction video. And today we got a clip from MSNBC. Title of the clip is Biden on track to beat Trump with Harris as Democrats eye the next AOC. So, whatever the fuck that means, I really think they just be fucking frauding because I want to know what type of data they got. The black people I know, they know Kamala Harris is a fraud, and because they know she's a fraud, and the fact that Joe Biden picked her up, they know that this probably isn't a good campaign. That's all I'm saying. But I would love to hear how they got Trump beat. Sipping on this chamomile tea, you know what I'm saying? Some smooth, sleepy time. But before we get into it, I'm gonna say you like what I'm doing here. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Help me beat the algorithm. I really do appreciate it, man. My subscribers is going up, the views going up. I couldn't be more thankful, man. I really do appreciate it. But let's get into it.
Welcome back. We have special guest for a special conversation, Black Lives Matter activist and Democratic congressional candidate out of Missouri, Cori Bush. We should note she's part of a wave of progressive candidates who have, against the traditional odds, ousted some longtime Democratic incumbents in this primary season. Congratulations to you, as I would say, to any victorious candidate, and Professor Brittany Cooper from Rutgers back with us. Good to see you both. Cori, given that you're in this, obviously we'll get into how it feels to be a candidate, what you're fighting for. I want to start with Brittany, who beat viewers have heard walk us through a lot of these things over time. And Brittany, as you know, when available, I like to go to the evidence. So not just people seem to like Kamala Harris, or was this a smart pick, or somebody said something. But the first numerical evidence we have about how this is playing out for Democrats is right here.
I want to know who the fuck actually likes her, because it must be the people who don't know. That's the only way I could figure that out. Anybody who likes Kamala Harris does not know what she does, or they condone what she does. Simple as that. Biden campaign raises $48 million in 48 hours after naming Kamala Harris as VP choice. Who donated? Who donated? And where people get money from? And we in a pandemic, people off work, you know, because Trump's economy is so bad, so many people is unemployed. Where the fuck they get $48 million from? That's a lot of fucking money. That is a lot of money. I guarantee a lot of families could use that right now.
Record-smashing $48 million in 48 hours powered by the Harris pick. And so, Brittany, as you know, it's no shade or disrespect to past running mates to note that she has drawn more activist, small donor, and large donor interest in 2 days than others recently. I'm curious your view of that.
Yes.
Let's wind that back. What did he say?
Drawn more activist, small donor, and large donor interest in 2 days.
Activists, small donors, and large donors. There's probably a reason he said large donors last.
Than others recently. I'm curious your view of that.
Yes. So first, I gotta congratulate Cori Bush. I'm a fangirl, so I'm just so excited about your candidacy. But also, this is what Black women have been arguing, Ari, to the Democratic Party since 2016. We've argued for leadership. We have told them that we are the backbone.
All right, so let me pause you right there. They've been arguing with the Democratic Party since 2016. That's your problem right there. Why are you arguing with a party that you shouldn't have to argue with a party, period? The party should be welcoming you and should be down for what you got to say since they representing you. And if not, you need to find somebody who do. Simple as that. And secondly, you notice who he's interviewing? 2 black women. And before I go further, let me say this. I am happy that black women are getting into office because we need as many of them in office as we can. Same with black men, because that's the only way we're going to get changes around here. But at the same time, don't it just seem a little odd that after that Joe Biden named someone whose appearance or she carries herself as a black woman, that she's interviewing 2 black women on their opinion about this? You get what I'm saying? This is to draw in the minority. Great tactic.
The party, we have said that black women are big tent in the way that we think about American politics, and that when you bring us to the table, we bring more people, we bring resources, we bring excitement. There was polling about Kamala Harris by Higher Heights much earlier in this, a couple of weeks back, and folks were saying we want a black woman VP. People in Midwest swing states said we want a black woman VP. So this was
They want a black woman VP. They don't want a good black woman VP. Like, you could ask for that. It's okay to want something black, and be also it's okay to say no to someone who's black who isn't qualified. It's okay to do that. No reason to have someone in a position who can't do the job right, regardless of skin.
Smart move by Joe Biden, but it was also evidence, as others have argued, that black women have been working behind the scenes to say, you will give us power. And so now Kamala is in the tradition. And so people are excited about her, but they are also excited.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the Democrats or the elites or whatever you want to call them, they're using the power struggle of black women in order to use them as a stepping stone to get into office? You get what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter which race you're in, women outnumber the men, and if, as long as you can get the majority, which would be the women's side, to vote, you get what I'm saying?
By this very important gesture from Joe Biden, that hopefully the Democratic Party understands that its future is with people of color, its future is with women, and its future is certainly with black women.
Corey?
Yeah, Joe Biden had an opportunity to choose whoever he wanted to choose, and he chose her. And so we have to rock with who he chose. And for me, I'm not going to tear down another woman to make, for the sake of an election. I'm not going to do that. But I will stand with my progressive values, and I'm not going to back down on that. Would I love to see Medicare for all? Absolutely, because my people are dying. Do I want the things?
So let me sum that up for you. If you didn't catch what she was saying, she secretly do not fuck with Kamala Harris. She don't fuck with her. But because she's Democrat, she has to roll with it. Listen, it don't matter if it's race, political, a team thing. It's okay to check people in your camp and tell them it's not okay. You can do that. It's okay to not rock with somebody in your camp because they doing wrong. Because police officers should do that. They shouldn't fuck with cops they know are dirty. Straight up. What other situation you got a teammate on your team that obviously isn't a team player? Like, say you playing football, you don't want that person on your team. Like, it's okay to be like, no, we're not gonna give you the ball the next play because you a ball hog and you not gonna help the team win. You get what I'm saying?
There are certain things that we need in this country, and we need them now. I'm tired of waiting for it. So many people are tired of waiting for it. So I'm going to stand with our incarcerated community and our formerly incarcerated. I'm standing with our Latinx community, our sex workers, and our disabled community, and so many other groups. I stand with them, and I'm going to continue to fight for them. But will you get me to tear her down? Absolutely not. She did something that my grandmothers have been waiting to see.
Well, you're speaking right. Well, I'm going to ask one thing, Corey, Brittany, and then I'll come to you, okay? But just since you just said, I wanted to follow up with, you're speaking to that you're supportive and you appreciate the change, but from where you're coming from and also being a pressure point on the Democratic Party, are you still concerned? You mentioned healthcare, that you have basically two moderates on healthcare now on this ticket, Corey and then Brittany.
Hey, but we have Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, Mondale Jones. We have the squad. We're all going to be in there doing our work. So, we're going to do our part. They're going to do theirs. But what we won't do is we won't be separated.
Right. This is the thing I was thinking, Ari, as I was listening to Corey. So Corey has radical, progressive, feminist values, and we need that. But very often, part of what happens is...
No, you don't. You don't need feminist values. I'm sorry. If your values aren't equalness, then no. No. Because, speaking out of ignorance, when someone like me hears the word feminist, it seems like it's trying to one-up masculinity. That's not what needs to happen in the United States or the world. It needs to be equal, yin and yang. That's just how life was meant to work. That's how nature was meant to work.
If that happens at the grassroots level, right? Corey is here in part because of her work in movements. And so sometimes we get disheartened because we don't see that massive change at the presidential level. But presidential politics is inherently conservative. It's about conserving the republic. And so movements happen from the ground up. You got to have young activists who are pushing us at the local level and the state level. And part of what that does is it creates the context. So that push that's happening that Corey and Jamal and all these folks are bringing, it's going to force Biden and Harris to govern more to the left. That's what we need. So they may have a sense agenda, but given who their Congress is going to be, assuming we get victories in all these races, they're going to have to move to the left because they're going to have to move with the people. And they're going to have to to recognize that this groundswell that even allows this ticket to be possible is about people demanding more. And so there is a lovely arc between a Cori Bush and a Kamala Harris, because we also are at a moment in Democratic politics where we need to see that there's all kinds of diversity in what Black people want, and we're deeply strategic about how we get there. So we.
All right, so I'm gonna pause that there. I'm gonna probably stop it here because I don't really need to hear more. I really don't understand like what y'all mean as far as like progressive. Like, there's nothing wrong with change, because I'm this is pure ignorance. I don't necessarily know what it means to be progressive. I know people who claim to be progressive side with Democrats. So if I had to guess what progressive means, it means changing a lot of things, right? That's cool. Progression is going to happen regardless, but you could also be conservative and still have change. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if there's a term for it, progressive, conservative. I don't know. Who fucking cares? But like, I don't know how people act like you have to be one or the other. Why is it always a fucking divide? I don't get it. But yeah, that's really all I got to say for this video. You like what I'm doing here, man? Like, comment, subscribe. Shit, tell me your thoughts in the comment section, man. What y'all think on this, man? Do you think Biden made a good choice with Kamala Harris? Is that going to increase his chances, or you think that it's probably the worst decision he could have made? You probably know what I'm thinking. But yeah, other than that, man, peace.